Have you heard about the California house in Palm Springs that in May of 2023 sold for $1.35 million? Yes, folks, this was at the peak of the Airbnb boom, where people thought they could just go to Palm Springs, buy any old ranch home for crazy amounts of money. And then Palm Springs said, no, thank you. Airbnb's not welcome here. The rules changed. And now this house that once sold for $1.35 million in 2023 is now up in foreclosure for 50% off. It's now for sale for $665,000, and given days on market, probably going lower. Yes, folks, there is plenty of pain coming to Airbnb markets, plenty of pain coming to multifamily Class E, Class A, B, and C. Who did bridge debt. There's still a lot of people who overpaid and did bad deals with bad assumptions. Frankly, those folks are supposed to lose. That is how this process works. But yes, I got to imagine a 50% haircut in just about 2 years. Ouch. Ouch. That is going to leave a mark. We're getting a lot more Fed speak and a lot more people talking about September rate cuts. In fact, September rate cuts are up to now 93.6%. Let's round that to 94%, which means only a 6% chance of a pause. I am surprised that at this point there is still not a single bet for a 50 basis point cut. That is where I am standing again, and we'll see if the market goes that direction. I was thinking by Friday we would have a couple of small bets in that direction. But we shall see. Folks, if you're watching this, normally I do these live at 7:30. Unfortunately, I have a very quick day trip tomorrow somewhere where I will be at 30,000 feet at 7:30 a.m. But don't worry, I'll be back the day after, just back home. So again, sorry for doing this recorded. Hopefully that's okay with you. Let's get on to some Fed speak. We had Fed President Daly talking again. She says that businesses are cautious, which is tampering growth, but not scaling out. This is just really what I saw in consumers. Consumers were uncertain, and we're seeing businesses not make investments. More on that later. More work to be done to bring inflation to 2%. Again, I think that's just the standard talk track by the Fed. We need to recalibrate Fed policy to match risk to both goals. For a long time, it was always inflation, and suddenly, given the jobs revision, now the job market is in focus. The labor market has softened. More softening would be unwelcomed. Folks, you can suspect a September rate cut from Fed President Daly, I think. And then finally, she says, can't wait for perfect clarity. If that just doesn't tell Powell to go pound sand, I don't know what does. Fed President Cook says something similar. A lot of businesses say investment is frozen, obviously, except for AI. Again, we're seeing Fed President Daly and Cook all bring up business investments. Businesses are being cautious. We had Fed President Cook also say big revisions often happen at economic turning points. You and I have talked about that over the years. I called them inflection points, either at the bottom or at the top. Inflection points or turning points is where the data can get really, really messy. Also, Fed President Cook, we must be cautious and humble when looking at the data. I am quite curious to the word humble. Maybe lots of Fed presidents were cocky last meeting before the horrible July numbers, and maybe being cocky wasn't the right answer. Fed President Collins said uncertainty is notable in areas where long-term investment is happening. That is the third Fed president basically telling us businesses are not investing. And let's be clear, when they say businesses are not investing, they also mean businesses are not hiring. They're not hiring. That is also happening. Fed President Kashkari, U.S. labor market is cooling. Also said 2 rate cuts this year still seem appropriate. And then finally, the Fed needs to respond to the slowing economy. You are starting to see all the Fed presidents run to the side of the boat where the next move will be a cut. President Trump says that the Fed governor decision will happen by the end of the week. Last told, there are 4 people in the running, and we should have an answer by the end of the week. I do want to congratulate 2 people for joining school in the last 24 hours. I want to thank Tim and Damon for joining. Don't forget, we have a Saturday session, a very rare Saturday session in school at 8 a.m. We're going to be hearing about ground up development, infill development. It's one of our speakers at our Vegas event. Again, at our Vegas event, you are going to hear from folks like Pace Morby, Jason Hartman. You're going to hear from 3 or 4 school members talking about what they're doing today to make money in real estate. You're going to hear cool stories about building a portfolio in Europe, starting your life in South America, and coming to the U.S. You're going to hear 2 Gen Z investors that are crushing it. You want to be at this event. I hope you get your ticket soon. They will sell out once all the notables start marketing the event. So buy your tickets, get your guaranteed seat quickly. Other things that happened in the last 24 hours, we got a bunch of earnings I will go through. Airbnb beat top line, bottom line. Actually indicated that bookings were accelerating throughout the quarter. They did issue a $6 billion share repurchase, $6 billion. Although they did give cautious guidance, says they expect tough year-on-year comparisons. Elf Beauty, it was funny. Yesterday we talked about Spotify CEO saying no tariff impact. Well, Elf Beauty said, hold my beer. Elf Beauty said profit fell 30% because of China tariffs. And China tariffs hit the bottom line. So at least for Elf Beauty, they are taking it on the chin, eating margin, and frankly, not producing as much profit. As fact, it is so bad at Elf Beauty, the CEO declined to provide full year guidance. That is a sign that they are just not sure what is coming. DraftKings beat revenue but missed on earnings. DoorDash beat top line and bottom line. Jack in the Box missed horribly, revenue down 10%, 9.8%. Six Flag missed top line and bottom line. CEO is stepping down. Lots and lots of stuff going on. Again, folks, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Sorry I couldn't do this with you live. Do me a favor. Go ahead and sign up for school. Become part of our community. We now have 258 members strong and almost to 500 where we will unlock more free goodies. I will add the $99 Get Your Money Right course for everybody. So the sooner we get to 500, the sooner everybody gets more value. And don't forget to buy your tickets to our event. And lastly, Steadily, Landlord Insurance. In fact, just yesterday, I sent them another house. Another house went up 25% with my current insurance. So guess what? Reached out to the team at Steadily. We're getting our second quote in 3 days to see if they can save us some money. So again, don't know if they can, but you'll know and you can make decisions after that. So again, give Steadily a chance. All right, guys, take care. Again, I'll be back live. I had to record this one in the evening because I have an ungodly early flight and I don't want to miss it. Thanks. Bye.